Okay, it's acronym time. When you work as a PA, personal assistant for a HNWI, high net worth individual, your job is highly confidential. Gioele has worked as a PA for the past 6 months. We are very grateful for the light he has cast on the world of the famous, a world that many of us know only from TV and social media. Here's a young man who is gaining tremendous experience by being the right hand of an important fashion designer. My first question to you is, what is your academic background?
I studied tourism at high school, and then I went to university, cultural mediation. But then after a few months, I decided to start practicing. So I left the university and I started working.
You say you're not from Milan. So what happened between finishing your studies and then starting working in Milan?
I used to live in Piedmont, which is close to Milan. I've always loved it. So when I finished school, I decided to move there because I think that there's a lot of opportunities.
What was your first job that you took in Milan?
My first job was as a receptionist in a hotel. I worked there for about 4 years. I started as a receptionist, and then after a couple of months, I got a promotion and I started working as commercial back office.
Today, you're a PA for a fashion design company for a high net worth individual that we are not allowed to say who this is for obvious reasons. What was the jump from working in a hotel and becoming a PA?
So I was asked to work there as a receptionist. I accepted, and then after 1 year, my boss proposed me to work as house manager. After a couple of years as house manager, they asked me to work as PA because I had contact with a lot of offices in my company, and I got a lot of good feedback. So they asked me to try doing that job.
PA means personal assistant, right? So what is your day-to-day job?
Well, the first thing I do in the morning is checking the schedule, so the meetings, and then I set alarm clocks, a lot of them, on my phone so that I don't have to forget anything. Then I talk with my boss about the activities of the day. After that, I organize everything so that in case they have to do a shooting or work about an interview, I call the press office, or in case the shooting office or the event office, and talk about what they want to do, and we organize it.
Can you say in your field and in your case, what is the main tasks that you need to do, and where do you find it easy and where do you find it difficult?
The most important thing is being multitasking, because you'll have to do a lot of things at the same time and you have to be as much precise as you can. Another important thing is that you have to be able to solve problem very fastly. And then if you can't find a solution, you don't have to focus about the problem, but a suggestion is that you have to find someone who can help you in your company or outside, because you have to solve the problem and find a way.
So you're basically a problem solver. Like PA means solving problems, right? Is it stressful?
Yeah, of course, it is pressure. You have a lot of pressure because you have to deal with a lot of people and a lot of professional figures that you don't know, such as manager or owner of other companies. And the most important thing is that you have to be able to talk with them in the right way, because everyone is different. But your focus is to reach the solution. So you have to be good at talking with people. It's very important.
So you need to be good at talking to people and you need to be good at organizing and problem solving. Is there other things that you need to be good at?
You have to smile every day. And even though maybe you are stressed, you cannot show it because, of course, you are an assistant. So you're the one which is supposed to be grateful of the job you do and always stare at the good side of your job. That's very important because other way you find in a stress situation and you can bear it.
Are there any myths of your job?
If you ever have not seen the Devil Wears Prada, I suggest to because that's how it works. Pressure, run, being perfect, good looking, always have the right answer, always have the right solution, and they can't find you without any solution or unprepared.
Do you have a fun anecdote that you can share about your job?
Yeah, I have one. It was Friday, and my boss called me and asked me, "Are you able to work during weekend?" Then I told, "Sure, I can. At what time would you like me to be there tomorrow?" And then he told me, "No, you don't have to be here. We need you to go to Hong Kong." And then I said, "What?" "Yeah, we have to deliver a dress to a client of ours, but Hong Kong is 12 hours far from Milan." So I went home, I packed everything, I bought a flight, and then 12 hours later I was there. I've been there for around 20 hours, just the time to eat, deliver the dress, and then I came back. And that was my weekend.
Not many people can say that they did that for their job. So, from what you're saying, it seems that there is quite a challenge for fulfilling this task, this job, in a good way, and that there's lots of pressure. Is there a balance with the stress and the non-stressful part, or let's say the positive and the less positive aspects? Which brings me to the question, like, why do you do this job? Why are you doing it?
The reason why I do it is because I want to learn as much as I can. Because one day I'd like to have a company of mine, for sure, not as big as the one I'm working at, but I'd like to run a business of mine. And what a way to learn better than being side by side to someone like my bosses.
I've read that people who are PAs to high net worth individuals do not last usually more than 2 to 3 years. Is that true in your eyes?
That's true, but I think that that's something that is happening now because I know a lot of people which used to work as assistant and they've been there for around 20 years. But today it's really difficult because we're 30 years old in 2021, so people want to experience something different.
How do you land a job like this? Like, does an internship help, or do you ask a job hunting company to find you a job like this, or is it through connections, personal connections?
I think there's a lot of ways to get there, but in my particular position, the most important thing is that they have to know who you are. That's the reason why I'm there, because I've been in my company for almost 4 years, so people knew me. A lot of people saw me work. So it's really important for the one who you work with knowing your abilities. I think that if someone would like to start a PA job, they have to choose a company they really like, learn as much as they can, and then I think they have to ask.
So basically, you can start at different positions and then make your way up, or let's say make your way towards PA, if that's what you want to do, of course. That's great. What is a lesson or two that you have learned from this job?
You have to believe in what you do and always thinking about tomorrow, because of course, being a PA is not something like being a director, manager, creative person. It's something that make you feel like you're on the side and you're looking at what the other people are doing. But the most important thing is that you have to remember that you are with people who have experience and you have to absorb them.
Is there any advice that you can give to somebody who would like to become a PA, or would like either for a fashion company or fashion people or as a PA for a high net worth individual?
You have to be confidential, so you can't talk with people about what you hear or what you're working at because it's reserved, So sometimes maybe you need to talk with someone about the stress, but you can because in your position, of course, at work, because outside, for sure, with your friends, maybe without the details, you can talk about it. But if someone would like to do this job, have to be prepared about feeling sometimes alone because you don't have an office, you don't have colleagues.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with listeners who would like to maybe know more about you, about your path, or what's next, what comes next?
Even though you're not sure about what you'd like to do, just like in my case, because I ended up working as PA, but that's interesting. The only thing I've always done is keep on trying. When I got an opportunity, I've always caught it. And so I think in the career of everyone, the most important thing is trying, because without trying, you cannot find something that you like.
Thank you so much, Gioele. I wish you all the best and the best of luck for your future career or careers, because you never know. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Laura, for your interview, and to all the listeners.
Have you found your dream job? Would you like to share your experience with us? Contact me on Instagram at jobtales.podcast or write me at jobtalespodcast@gmail.com. Bye!